We will be live. Yes. Hello, everyone. It is Friday, and that means it's time for us to go live to talk about all the things you need to know to write, publish, and promote an amazing book. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, co-founder of Two Sisters Writing and Publishing, and it is my absolute honor to
It's
come here
time
every
for
Friday with Joanie Lindenmeyer, one of our superstar authors, where we talk about everything you need to know to write, publish, and promote an amazing book. So, Joni, welcome.
welcome to you too. Thank you for that awesome introduction. You're always so kind and so complimentary. I just so appreciate that. And I think we all need that. And I'll do the kudos right back to you. It's always my honor and a privilege. I call this my best 30 minutes of my week. It's just filled with gratitude and bliss. I
Oh,
just think it's the coolest thing to be able to chat with you and to involve all of our listeners and our watchers to be a part of who we are and our joy and a little bit of our knowledge and our heart and all that put together. So once again, I thank you incredibly a lot. So how fun. Let's rock and roll today.
You're so welcome, Joni. So, here on the Two Sisters Writing and Publishing YouTube channel, Joni and I have been going live for more than a year, probably 80 episodes or so, where I coached Joni to write her best-selling memoir, Nun Better. And as a result, we just started meeting, talking about the themes in her book. And then we continued it as we wrote two books together, Joyously Free and Healing Religious Hurts. So here we are with this experience because I'm a best-selling author, publisher, editor, book coach, and Joni is a best-selling author. And so together we share perspectives that are really, really valuable to all of you who are watching and listening that can enable you to write your own books. So today we want to talk about creativity. That might seem simple, but sometimes first-time authors especially feel reserved about really running wild with their creativity. So Joni and I are here to give you permission and free license to run wild with your creativity. So Joni, can you talk about that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I think it's a part of expressing who you are at your deepest element when you write. And whether you're writing a text or an email or a blog or even a little love note that you leave on a little piece of paper at the kitchen counter for your beloved, all those are creative ways to express who you are. And I think in the bottom and the top of my hearts, that's what reading books is all about. And that's what writing books are all about.
Yeah.
I just thought of the prop. Be right back. Hang tight.
Okay. Excellent. So, creativity is something that is partly innate, but I believe that it's also a spiritual gift because the ideas for your most genius books or whatever it is you're doing that's creative come from spirit. And Joni and I are big believers in that it's not all about us. We are the channels, the vessels that enable these wonderful, powerful messages to flow through us. So Joni's back with her prop. What you got today?
Oh, I have a couple things. And this one just came to my mind because I am being extremely creative. And when you mentioned our three books, I have the packages ready to mail. This one is going to Bishop Marianne Buddy, who gave the spiritual homily at the inauguration for President Trump. So I'm
Beautiful.
mailing those signed, sealed, and delivered back to Washington, D.C. And then I
Wonderful.
have the Nun Better, the original Nun Better, of course, which is my creative life and love life with Carol. And it is now going and being shipped to President Trump. Yes,
Oh, oh
yes.
wow.
I
Okay.
believe that you've got to keep spreading your word, keep spreading that creative juice. And whether it ends up in a garbage can or goes from desk to desk, or maybe it ends up with a family member or a colleague, you don't know where it's going to go. And to me, that's the creative approach to everything. You just got to go for it. And like you just said, live it wild, be wild. I love how you said that, Elizabeth, because that's the automatic, that's the truth.
hmm
And to me, that's a 24/7 kind of living your life kind of thing.
Yes, I love that. So, how do you do that though? Because oftentimes first-time authors have a lot of anxieties and fears that it's not good enough, and oh my gosh, so and so will be mad at me if I do it this way. But your book is yours. It's
Yes.
your divine creation that you can share with the world. It can change
Yes.
your life, it can change the world, but not if you hold back. So you really, really have to get still and silent and go within and just declare and command it to yourself that you are going to unleash your greatest creativity fearlessly, fiercely, and with great excitement, and understanding and knowing that you are going to have a positive, powerful impact on everyone as a result.
Was so well said. I think I'm going to have to listen to that again, Elizabeth. Oh my gosh. Um, yes, yes. Oh, keep going. You're on a roll.
Oh, well, creativity is my lifeblood. It's what I do every single day, and I love it. And it's my place of bliss when I'm sitting here at my desk in my zone, just letting the ideas run wild, whether I'm working on my own books or our authors' books here at Two Sisters Writing and Publishing. And then as a book coach, I also encourage people, even if they're writing a nonfiction book, like a how-to or self-help type book, you can still be very, very creative with it. So, for example, my goddess books are all about that. They are nonfiction self-help books. However, they take you on a fictitious retreat. So I was extremely creative, and I don't know of any books like this, where I made up people who represent real life issues, and every woman has something about her that's relatable. And thank you, Joni, for reading my goddess books, which are available at twosisterswriting.com, along with None Better, Joyously Free, and Healing Religious Hurts. So
Yep.
that is the perfect example that I'm like, okay, I have this vision. It's very creative. It's unlike anything I've seen, and I'm going to do it anyway, breaking the rules.
Yes. Yes, I love it. And it comes back to the way that Carol and I thought, and I still think today that
Uh-huh.
there is no box that you have to stay in. It's okay to color outside the lines. And when I
Yes.
look at a beautiful scene in Mother Nature, it's like that's God's creative artwork. When you see a
Yes.
sunset or a flower or something. And creativity can come in so many ways. And I love what you said. That is really, really, really cool.
Wow,
That is
Johnny. Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, your whole life with Carol and beyond is all about creativity. You wear bright colors, you do things that are uncharted territory with tremendous courage. So that's an example that when you live in living color,
Yep.
literally like our book cover behind you, bursting rainbow colors, a celebration of life and love. When you do that, it's going to carry over in your writing. But don't stop it, writers out there. Just let it flow. Let it express your true self. And Joni certainly does that. Joni, can you talk about how you speak with words like wowzer and Yahoo, and you put it in your writing. So can you talk about that's not traditional writing unless you're writing a text message to somebody, which you write LOL or something. So can you
Right.
talk about how you let your writing flow in your very creative and unique voice?
I will try. It's hard to talk about it when it's just me. I mean, that's who I am. And so let me see if I can even try to put it into words, Elizabeth, because that's a great question. And I think we all sometimes don't realize what we have inside of us and how to express that. And
Mhm,
you have helped so much with that. But let
mhm,
me see if I can try to explain that. Um, I write in a way that I speak. I write in a way that I live.
mhm,
I write in a way that I think. And growing up in my family, we were always, the cup was 99% full. 1% might have been a little glitch in it or something. But I grew up in such a family atmosphere of positivity and
mhm,
support and love and encouragement. And so those experiences growing up that way. And I'm 67 now. When I started writing None Better, I was 65 years old. Think about that. So if you're thinking is there an age limit on writing? No, there's not.
Yeah.
But when you have that ingrained in who you are, and then you just want to put it into words, that's how I write it. And
Mm,
so I just write it out there. And then I go back, and you've taught me this, and I'm so grateful, is to reread what you've written. And so I reread and I go, is that really what I want to say? Can I add some
Mm,
other better words in there? And
mhm,
sometimes I get on my phone and I actually Google, what are some words for creativity? What are some words for joy? And so I come up with other words, adjectives and adverbs. And then I start looking at it, and I go back and I look and read the sentence and go, oh, how can I add those 5 senses that I was taught? How can I
mhm.
make sure that I can feel it, touch it, smell it, hear it, in each sentence. So that's actually how I do my writing. I write,
Amazing.
I read it, and then I
Uh-huh.
sort of do my own editing. And then
Mhm,
it's wonderful to have you and Catherine there that are
mhm,
my editors, and the team
mhm,
that help to edit. And so that's
mhm,
that's how I do it. But you said something a little bit ago, and then I'm going to stop rambling here. You need to be quiet and still. And
mhm,
that's my second prop.
mm.
Years ago, Carol and I went on a vacation, and we went up to Lincoln City in Oregon. It's on the beach. And there was a place where you could go in and learn how to do fused glass. And so we
Ooh.
took a class.
Uh-huh.
So this is Carol's creativity of fused glass.
Mhm.
And she just loved color. Does it remind you of anything? Look
Oh,
at that.
wow, Joni. And it reminds me of the stained glass windows in churches.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes, yes. So that's Carol's creativity. And then this was mine. I said, Carol, I've got to go bigger and bolder. And
Oh,
so
I
this is
love
my
it.
fused glass. And
Yeah.
I've never considered myself much of an artist this way. I've been much more of an artist with music and I guess writing now. But that going still, because even as we did the class and did our artwork, we probably never said a word to each other. We were concentrating and letting the flow of things come from the inside, which divine, the spiritual, whatever you want to call that, when you're that still with who you are and you can express it. And
Mhm.
and I think that happens. I'm going to say one more thing, and I'm going to throw it back to you. A couple of weeks ago, in the writer's circle that you do with people that are writing books, you said, let's all do a writing prompt. And so everybody out there today, I want to throw this back to you because I think it's just is profound. A writing prompt. How do you describe love?
Mm.
And that was a
Mhm.
writing prompt you did in the writer's circle. And after everybody took, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and we wrote, how would you describe love? And everybody shared how that was. People listening right now, take a few minutes after this podcast, or right now if you want, and just write a little blurb about describing love, and then share that with somebody and ask them to do the same. Do you remember doing that at the writer's circle?
Oh, it's absolutely. My first three novels are romantic thrillers, and it was all about describing love and romance and all those feelings that are not just physical sensations or arousal. It's about the emotion, it's about the spiritual connection. And it's really difficult to describe just in everyday life, but as a writer. And so I love that challenge. And that's why I challenged all the women in the Two Sisters Writing Circle to write about love, what that feels like. And it's really flexes your muscles to your writing muscles to find the right words and make it sound authentic and beautiful. So yeah, they rocked it too.
And
Yeah.
you hit again, you hit the nail on the head. The writing muscles, because you can do other things for your muscles, but the writing muscles. That's a really
Mhm.
cool way to say that.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Johnny.
yes. Oh
Well,
my
we
gosh.
are keeping it short and sweet today. We are not going to be meeting next Friday, so we will all regroup in February. We will see you that first Friday of February, and it will be wonderful. So, thank you, all of you loyal listeners, watchers, for joining me and Joni every Friday as we go live, except for next Friday. So, we will see you in 2 weeks instead of 1 week. Any final words, Joni?
I think we get to have a little vacation next Friday. So which is awesome, to be creative enough to put that out there and to say, you know what? Well, we need a day off and we have other things that we want to do instead. Not that it's a good, bad, or indifferent thing, but it just is a day off. And so I
Yes.
hope everybody else next Friday at 9 o'clock, you do something special and creative for yourself. So,
Yes, yes, 9 a.m. Pacific because you're in Oregon and
oh,
noon
yes.
here
Oh,
in the
yes.
Eastern time zone where I am. So this is such a delight to do this with you every Friday, Joni. You are amazing and you're
Mhm.
just exemplary in terms of what an author can do to promote and as a result, most importantly, have a really powerful impact on people everywhere.
Oh,
So all you writers out there, please follow Joni's wonderful example of all that you can do as an author to make change in the world, one reader at a time.
wow. Oh, you're making my heart go up and down here.
I
Oh,
speak the
thank you.
truth. So
Oh,
I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, co-founder of Two Sisters Writing and Publishing, and we are celebrating 9 years in February 2025, 9 years in business, and about 60 books published, including the two I wrote with Joanie and her book, Nun Better, best-selling memoir. So all of you, please visit twosisterswriting.com, learn about our books, order them. You can also learn about my book coaching services that can enable you to write your book as well. So, Joanie, thank you for joining me always. I hope you have the most amazing day. And to all of you writers, we will see you in 2 weeks. We wish you happy reading and happy writing.
thank